Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. So this video is going to be a little Ripple intensive. I tried to have a relatively quiet weekend and didn't get a chance to make as many videos as I wanted, and all of this stuff kind of piled up. This happened within the last 2 days. I made jokes before that Ripple was that they were having like maybe one partnership a day. You know, they're constantly adding new people, but I think they've taken it into overdrive, and this has all happened within the last 48 hours or so. So first up is ZebPay. ZebPay, for those who do not know, is the equivalent of Coinbase in India, and they have announced that they are adding XRP to their platform. You might have seen a day or two ago, there was a huge spike in the price of XRP. I think it went up by around 38%, and that was after this announcement that it was being added to ZebPay. So this is obviously significant because Coinbase still hasn't added XRP, but so many other platforms are now adding it, and it's like a lot of people wondering, when is Coinbase finally going to get into this? A lot of people have been sending the messages, and they say that at the moment they are unsure when anything else will be added to Coinbase, but it seems like, you know, it's obviously going to happen because they can't let the money be taken away from them. So this is also very good news that ZebPay has added XRP, and I'm going to try and move along as quick as possible because there's really a lot to cover. I don't know how all of this is happening so quick. Next up, the UAE exchange has announced that they are partnering with Ripple. Ripple, the blockchain-powered global real-time settlement network, confirmed that after many months of talks, UAE exchange, one of the largest payment providers in the Middle East, is joining RippleNet. This is absolutely insane. I keep telling people to pay attention. Ripple hasn't been around for that long, and the fact that they're getting all of these partnerships, a lot of people don't realize who the people are on Ripple's advisory board. These are former heads of finance of New York and other states and other places around the world. So they know these people. They know these people who run these exchanges, and it's pretty much like, hey, why don't you just run Ripple or so and so and so? Why don't you integrate XRP? And they're already friends. They have business ties. I'm trying to help you connect the dots here. This is going to be absolutely insane in a couple of years. I know a lot of people are impatient, and I'm not exactly sure why. When it comes to cryptocurrencies, you how do I say this? Normally, just to sidetrack a tiny bit, if you were to invest in the stock market and you were, you were heavily into it, because I was very much into the stock market, if you wanted to make it big, it would technically take you around anywhere from 20 to 45 years, depending on how much money you had put in it and depending on how slow you were working with it. If in cryptocurrencies it takes maybe 1 to 3 years, I made this in the other video as well, and so many people want the money now. I'm not sure exactly how quick you want to become rich, but it does take time, especially when we're in this new market, what have you. Moving on. Next up, the largest Saudi Arabian bank has announced that they have successfully used Ripple. Ripple's expansion continues. The Saudi Arabian Al Rajhi Bank, the largest Islamic bank, has announced that it has run a successful trial using Ripple technology to transfer money from Saudi Arabia and Jordan between branches. This is also absolutely insane. I'm not sure what they've been doing at Ripple the last couple of days, but they are completely dominating every single thing. They're constantly in the news every single day, and they're making sure to constantly update people with all of their new partnerships as this all goes along. So we can only assume that if they are the largest bank in the Middle East, that they will also have some sort of dominance over the others. Not to say that they control the other ones, but usually you kind of follow the leader. If you see that they are making profit from what they are doing, other banks will typically tend to follow behind them. So this is something else that is just monstrous for them. Next up, this one is kind of confusing. I mentioned this before. It had to be one of my very, very first videos. That the US Federal Reserve had actually tested Ripple. This had to be 2016, 2017 or something like that. They had tested Ripple and they kind of gave it the thumbs up, but this has started reappearing again, and I'm not exactly sure why. I don't see much, what's it called? I don't see a lot of new information here, but I know that the Federal Reserve of the United States has tested Ripple. They gave it a thumbs up, and they said that they liked the speed and the security that it gave them. So yeah, I'm not exactly, I found this multiple places. I'm not exactly sure if there's any new news when it comes to this, but we know that the Federal Reserve has given Ripple the thumbs up as well. So that is also, I mean, if the Federal Reserve comes out and says that they're accepting and they're going to use Ripple, I don't know what else can be said after that. Like, I honestly don't really know. Kind of at a loss for words. Even more so, last one is the Asia MTM group has now, they've noted that they're also going to accept XRP for payments. Asia MTM, I believe they are, I want to say, a wholesale company. The company product, they manufacture and source services for people who want to build and or buy products in China, but don't know how or didn't have big enough budgets to conduct the services themselves. So I think they're kind of a people who want to buy things from China. They kind of connect them with other people. They currently work with over 150 factories, making a wide assortment of clothing, accessories, electronics, plastics, metal. Yeah, so this seems like they are when you want to buy things in bulk that you would typically buy from them. So this is yet another company in Asia who has announced that they are also accepting XRP. They're also a major company. I mean, it really speaks for itself. I've been trying to, when I make videos, I make sure to try my best to cover a wide range of things. I know a lot of people, they keep saying that I keep focusing on certain coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are usually the only things in the news. Unless Litecoin has done something significant, Dash is never in the news, Zcash is never in the news, Monero's never, and these things are never ever in the news. So this is why I bring you what I bring you. I'm not going to bring you news about coin number 136 because it has no basis on your life and you probably don't even hold that coin and it's not significant. So this is why I bring you this news. But Ripple has been everywhere the last couple of days, and it's really astonishing to see how quickly that they're moving in. But I assume this will only spread faster because, you know, when you see other major corporations are using Ripple and using XRP, you're going to kind of get into it and say, hey, you know, we should probably also be using this as well. Last up, the U.S. the Arizona Senate has passed a bill to allow tax payments in Bitcoin. I know that certain states don't follow not the law of other states, but they kind of, you know, act on their own behalf, what have you. Did anyone see this happening around 5 or 6 years ago? Could you have imagined that any state or any country in the US would allow people to pay their taxes or their debts in Bitcoin? That is, it's really insane what's happening. And I think for me, I didn't expect cryptocurrencies to kind of grow this quick. I was shouting at the top of the hill for a very long time trying to tell people what was going on with cryptocurrencies, but no one paid attention. I think I told family members and friends about Bitcoin when it was $200, and I had people who laughed at me because they said it was a joke. And to see this actually happening, and I wonder at what point will we see kind of like a blanket allowance of cryptocurrencies within the country. That is to say the US. I do not live in the US, but we know that the US is kind of the forefront leader when it comes to finance, and everyone kind of follows after them. But this is very significant. That means there are people in government who are paying attention, who put a bill into law that says, yes, you can now pay things in your everyday life with cryptocurrencies. Not to drag this video along, we have entered a very different time right now. Like, things are really picking up for cryptocurrencies. It's a very exciting time. A lot of people keep saying that the market will pick back up after the Chinese New Year, which I believe is the 16th of this month. Let's see how well that holds up. We've seen it before in the other charts that usually March is when the market picks back up. There are a lot of people saying that by April, Bitcoin will be $64,000. Who knows what's going to happen in this market anymore, but it's all very, very exciting. I can tell you that much. Alrighty, everyone, that is definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be doing. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. See you.